Right, okay guys, we're back with a brand new video. This time we're going to be reviewing the Kawasaki Z650. Here we go. Okay, we're back. This is a Kawasaki Z650. It returns to set the mid-weight naked class alight. It's light, it's nimble, and it's eye-catching. The new Z650 enjoys stunning looks thanks to Kawasaki's Ergonomics-designed influences. Its lusty performance and impressive torque is willingly delivered by the compact 650cc parallel twin water-cooled engine. It's refined and it's raw. Yeah, well, I tell you what, that's actually Kawasaki's words, not mine. I got them straight off the website. So what we're here to do today, we're here to have a look, see what we think, see if it really is refined and see if it is raw. So first off, having a look at it, I really like the headlight. That's a really cool, sharp looking headlight with LEDs. I'll turn them on in a minute, we'll check them out. I think it does have a windscreen. I think this is the windscreen. Yeah, it is a windscreen. It's not very big. It's not really going to do a right lot. I don't know if you can extend that or not. So yeah, it's a good looking bike. Sharp features. Look at that. It's nice and sharp at end. I like that. I love a bike that's sharp. Even the tailgate's sharp on that one. Right, okay, so this has only got a small fuel tank. It's only got a 15-litre fuel tank. It's not going to be getting you around far, but it's going to be perfect for jotting around town, doing a little bit of commuting to and from work, whatever. It's not going to cost you a lot of money. Perfect. It's 50.2 kilowatts of power. It's not actually bad. It's quite powerful. I've took it for a ride this morning. It's quite punchy. It is quite raw, actually, believe it or not. It sounds quite torquey on the low end spectrum. Not as much as you get through it. The exhaust quite torquey as well. It's got like a lower turn to it before the parallel twins had quite a higher turn, quite a bit of a tinger. This can be restricted to an A2 license, which is great if you want to buy this for your A2 and then keep it straight for your A license for later on. You can also take your tests on this. A lot of them take the tests on these 650s because they're perfect for doing the tests on. It's got a 790mm seat height. Yeah, so I'm 5'10", sort of 5'11"-ish, and I can touch the floor with my feet flat. That's perfect. It's quite comfy, even though it's quite thin. There's not a lot of padding in it. It is quite comfy. Got a small back seat. Right, okay, this is the white version with the black front. Quite like it. It's quite nice. You can get a full black version. The white version and the black version are £100 more. The green version comes free, but the bike costs about £6 grand, just a little over £6 new. I think you can get them on PCP from Kawasaki with £100 deposit for about 110 quid a month. It's dirt cheap, it's for nothing. Yeah, okay, on this one we've got the brand new TFT display. It's clear and readable. Let me turn it on so you can have a quick look. There we are. Yeah, it's clear, everything's on there. You can read it in any conditions, night, day, mode on it as well. If you can see, I'll put night mode, that turns it white. Black, which is the one I prefer. You can see everything no matter what. It's starting to rain a little bit here. While we're at the TFT as well, I just want to let you know there's not a lot of information on here, but there's everything that you need. You've got your gear changer here in corner, you've got your revs, you've got your fuel, which is mine's only 1 bar here at the moment. We've got the odometer. We can trip these, trip A1, trip B, back to odometer. See, there's not a lot on here. We've got a range, it tells you how far you've got left on your tank. temperature, and you got your clock. You've also got your lights at the side, all the LED. It looks smart, it looks cool. So yeah, it's simple. I just want to let you know as well, you can Bluetooth it, and you can download Kawasaki's Rideology app, which gives you a little bit more data, and it's pretty cool as well to see where you've parked your bike. Right, okay, where are we? Yeah, we've got adjustable levers, adjustable clutch lever, push it out, turn the knob, that's adjustable. We've got adjustable front brake as well, which is a must on all bikes now. That's great, that's awesome. All your normal buttons, on, indicators, don't really need me to tell you that. Right, okay, so the Naked offers no screen pretty much whatsoever. Let's have another look at this screen. It isn't really a screen, I wouldn't call it a screen. It's not stopping wind from hitting you at all. The ER6N had a bit of a taller screen, so that helped a little bit, but not too much. The all LED lights all around look pretty sharp, pretty modern. Let's turn it on, I want to have a look at these. Right, hold on. Let's turn it on for you. Yeah, so the all LED lights look smart, they look sharp. Very visible on road to other road users. I like that nice white colour. Let's have a look at the rear. The rear's where it's at. So because it's a Z, you get the Z rear lights as well. How cool does that look? Like a Z for Zorro. Wow! Yeah, that's smart, is that? I really like that. So overall, I mean, it's a good looking bike. It's only got a small exhaust. Not much to it. Does the job. You can see it there, parallel twin. Kawasaki's finest. Right, okay, we're going to take it for a little ride. Let's see how it feels, let's see how it rides, let's see what it's like in town at slower speeds, and let's check it out. Back in a moment. Right, okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take the Kawasaki Z650 out for a test ride, and we're going to check it out. We're going to see how comfy it is. I'm going to check out the power and see how raw it is as well, like it says on the Kawasaki website. Let's go. So first off, I just want to have a look at this seat, because this back seat is actually really comfy. If you want to put a pillion on there, that's dead comfy, is that, for a pillion seat. They're usually quite hard, but I actually quite like that. We haven't got a passenger to try it, unfortunately. The rider seat's really comfy as well. That's a really good seat. Right, okay, so first off, when I sit on it, I just want to say that I'm about 5'10", 5'11", like I say in every video. My feet are flat on the floor there, if you can see that, flat. If you're going to be taller than me, if you're going to be over sort of 6 foot, you might be interested in a taller seat that you can buy for this. So you can get a seat that's 30mm taller, which will help you if you're taller than me. If you're going to be shorter than me, I don't think you're going to have any problems, because my legs are also bent there as well. So, you know, sort of 5'3", 5'4" upwards, I think you're still going to be fine on this bike. It is made for a smaller person. Although if you are slightly taller than me, don't worry. They have got the other seats. Go buy one, check it out. Right, okay, so positioning. I don't feel scrunched up on this, actually. I know a lot of the other YouTube reviews on this are saying that it's smaller and scrunched up compared to like the Z900. Now actually I don't feel too bad here. Now the weight is slightly on my wrist, because you've got more of a down positioning than you have sort of a straight positioning. Now I used to have the ER650, and the handlebars was sort of taller and further up, and you sat up a bit straighter with it. But actually I quite like this position. It feels a little bit more aggressive, and it's comfy. I enjoy it. That's nice, is that. Right, okay, so these mirrors I found a problem in the past, mainly the left mirror, because I can't just position it enough just to get it past sort of my elbow. If you're skinnier than me, you probably won't have a problem. I think it's probably just myself. Now you can get an extender for this off eBay or wherever for a couple of quid, which will extend that probably about 2 inch, you get past your elbow. Now the right mirror is actually fine. I've managed to find a position in there where I can just nicely see past my elbow and any cars that are sort of on my right hand side there. Right, okay, let's get moving. Lovely Kawasaki logo there. Start straight away, lovely. Sounds great as well. I can hear this sort of induction of air and then the raw noise from the exhaust. It sounds good. Little pop in there if you heard that. I'm not sure if you heard that through the GoPro. Right, okay, let's get moving. Straight into first gear, no problems at all. Let's see how easy this clutch is. Oh yeah, dead easy. Dead easy to set off. You're not going to have any problems there at all. Right, okay. Let's turn the left here if we can get out. Yes, we can. Ooh, excuse me, a bit of a dint there. Right, okay, we're away. Straight into second gear. It wasn't even clunky, it's nice and smooth actually changing gear. Now this is a test bike, so it's not the best well looked after. You know, usually they've been ridden around maniacally by other test riders. Right, okay, so it should be quite slow on here. Let's test how slow and steady and sturdy the bike is. We're in third gear. We're doing about 20-25 mile an hour, and feels comfy, it feels good. My visual here is perfect. I can see, I don't know if you can see from here, but that right hand mirror there is nice. I can see all the traffic behind me. Quite enjoying that. Now it is a naked bike, so we've got absolutely no wind resistance at all here. The shield that's on it there does not really do anything at all. We're getting full blast of any wind, even though there's not a lot of wind today. We can feel it in his face and on his chest. Now you can get the extended screens if that's what you want to do, and if you want to mod this bike even more, you can take these mirrors off and you can get the bar end mirrors, which go on the end of the handlebars there and sort of stick out a little bit, and they look really cool. And apparently the visual aspect of them, from what you can see around you, is so much better. So if that's what you want to do, just saying that that's a possibility, and it actually improves the mirror. Right, so we're going uphill here. We're still in third. I'm just literally tickling the throttle. I don't even have to pull it back too much. There's no issue at all. I don't have to down gear to get up this hill. Right. So we're going to set off from a stop position here. Dead easy. Yeah. Lots of power as well, and it sounds great. That exhaust there sounds amazing. Now because it's a 2-cylinder Kawasaki engine, you can hear that sort of tingy that's Kawasaki's legendary famous for their 2-cylinder, and I quite like it. It sounds good. Gives it a raw sense of energy, ready to go, you know. That's the way I feel about it anyway. And I think when Kawasaki said that the bike is raw, I think that's what they're on about. I think, you know, there's not loads of gadgets on here. It is what it is. I think it's 67 brake horsepower, and it is probably the leader in the mid-weight class for the type of style. Loads of power in it, and like I say, it's comfy as well. I actually feel really good on this bike. I feel like you know, it's manoeuvrable. I can easily sort of flick this round, no problem. It just feels great. And with the seat being sort of dipped in a little bit, you sort of feel like you sat inside the bike, not necessarily on the bike, and you can really grip this tank with your knees. I can grip this tank perfectly. It feels really great. Right, okay, so we're just heading up to sort of Grange Moor, and then we'll get over at Tops and we'll see if we can open her up a little bit. Right, this is a good test for his brakes down these hills, because with it being downhill, there's a lot of potholes as well, and we need to take it steady, and we want to check, see if there's any dive in the front. Oh, loads of dive there. Right, okay, so we're just going to test the front brake again. Yeah, you see that dive, it's diving down up front. Now, that's not an issue, you can set the suspension up so it don't want to dive as much there. But actually, the front brake is quite good. It feels like it's responsive, and yeah, it don't want to throw you off. It's not uncontrollable, it's just a little bit of dive, you know. Can you see that? Let's test the back brake. Yeah, not the best there. So you do want to be using these brakes with dual back brake and front brake. The back brake, I think because it's being used a little bit on this bike, it didn't feel amazing, but I'm sure when you got some brand new pads in here that the back brake will be fine, you know. Quite a lot of potholes down here. I wanted to come down here to test the back suspension. See how hard it is, really, more than anything. Yeah, quite bumpy. Not as hard as the Z900. That's a lot more firmer on the back suspension than this. This feels like it's firm, but it, you know, it absorbs the bumps a little bit better. Yeah, just in third gear there, just pull it back and off it goes. There's loads of power in here. You don't have to down gear too much. I'm pretty sure if you wanted, you could cruise around in third all day long. Right, let's take a look what's on here. So we have average speed 22 miles an hour. We've got total time we've been out. Battery voltage, which is always handy, especially over at winter time, so you can just double check it. Miles per gallon. It says there that we had 42 miles per gallon. Hold on. Let's double check it again. On average, and we've got a horse in front of us here. Just go slowly around here. I think we've passed it sensibly there. Sensibly and safety. Right, okay, yeah, so we're on the average gallon here. 42.9, 43, it's gone up a little bit. I would suspect that you probably probably get over 50 miles per gallon average. That's what I would think. Right, okay, so there's quite a few bumps down here. Not really the best road to take a bike on a test ride. However, like I said before, I wanted to test the suspension. Big bump here. Oh, yeah, it didn't feel too bad. No, I don't think it's unreasonable. I think it's probably fine where it is. Right, so I'm just going to flick through the left-hand module here now. Odometer, trip A, sort of trip B, back to the odometer. Not too much information on there. We do have the fuel on the left, the gear, and everything you need, revs on there. I quite like that. It's quite good. Everything's clear. You can see it perfectly. And even on a fairly sunny day like this, it's very transparent. Right, okay. It wants to play. There's loads of power in it. Yeah, loads of power. And it sounds amazing. That deep sort of grunt that comes through after the induction. I really like that. Sound better than my old ER650, which is a little bit more high pitched on the exhaust. Now this is a stock exhaust. If you can get the performance editions of this, which comes with an Akrapovic, and I think that costs you about 700 quid extra for that model, here in the UK anyway. So just taking his time. I feel that comfortable on here that I can take my hand off the left handlebar. I just feel comfortable on here. It feels safe. you know, the handlebars. It all just feels great. I don't feel like I need to hold on for dear life. I don't feel like it's going to pull away from me. It's stuck to the ground. I really love this bike. This is such an easy bike to ride, and that's what we're looking for. Now, if you're not on your A license here in the UK and you're still on your A2 license, you can buy one of these and you can restrict it, and then keep it restricted until you get your full A license. So that's handy. And a lot of the bike testing stations where you go and get your license done, they use these bikes because they're so easy to ride for beginner riders. And I would absolutely say that if you are a beginner rider, don't even bother looking at a 400 or below. Just go and have a test ride on one of these 650s. You may be pleasantly surprised that you know, you're thinking, oh, it's a 650, it's powerful. I tell you now that it's so easy to ride, and they're not a massive engine. It's not like you're going to jump on a 600 sports bike with 140 brake horsepower. That's not the case at all with this. You know, this is very easy to ride, very easy to handle, and it's got enough power to have a lot of fun and play with. And that for me is really what makes this Kawasaki 650 so great. Now, I'm not a professional, I'm not an expert. We don't talk all figures and numbers here. We're just here to have fun. We're here to... Let's just jump off this roundabout. Yeah, we're just here to have fun. We're just here to sort of look at the bikes from a working man's point of view, you know, and keep it simple. If you want figures and more technical specifications, there is other YouTube channels out there what will cover this for you. Now, this is a 50 road. I'm talking and I'm not paying attention, so no problem at all jumping up to 50. So we're going to turn a left here and we're going to head up towards Emily Moore Mast. Some of these roads up here are national speed limit, so I believe we should be able to go a tiny little bit faster. It is really windy today, and even though it's windy, I don't feel like the bike is struggling at all. I don't feel no crosswinds with it. The only wind that I'm feeling really is because there's no windshield, and it's, you know, the wind's sort of hitting my helmet, but it's not a big deal. Tighten your helmet up nice and tight under your chin, and your helmet won't come off. Look at these lovely views up here. Right, so I'm just going to park down for a minute, let you have a listen to this exhaust if you can hear it. What's this car doing? Turning right. Oh, we've got some edge trimmer up here. Slow down for this. They've seen me. Excellent. So we're in second. Like I said, loads of power, loads of fun. It's really enjoyable to ride. A lot of cow mucking road here, so I really need to be careful. Yeah, I mean, the positioning on the bike, I've been on it about an hour and a half now from start to where we are at the moment, and my bum does not feel numb at all. I actually feel really comfy. My bum feels... my bum, it sounds bad when I say that, doesn't it? But actually, I feel really good. I feel... my knees, are, even though they're bent slightly, you know, my knees feel quite content as well. Right, okay, let's give it a bit of stick up here. 40 mile an hour. Don't want to break the road rules, do I? Yeah, I mean, I think I could probably quite easily ride this all day long. As a commuter, we could tour on this. I don't have a problem with this at all. I think this is a really, really comfy bike to ride. I've been saying it over and over again, and the reason I'm saying it over and over again, because for me, this is what highlights these bikes, you know. This is what it's all about. Straight up to 40 there, no problems at all. So we're just going to go down this road, we'll come back up and we'll stop in this lay-by and we'll have a chat about it. So this bike doesn't have sport modes unlike the Z900, Z1000 and some of the other Kawasaki bikes. This is literally straight in, one mode and off you go. Now I've been told you can connect the Rideology app to this bike, which we'll have a quick look at when we pull over. That'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see if you can change some settings in there as well. This is pretty much a first ride and a first look for me. I haven't really ridden this bike before, so give this guy a nod. Alright, pal. And oh, I'm so comfy on this, like, it's so nice. I reckon even with a passenger on back, I reckon there's loads of room here, and I reckon even the passenger on back would be really comfy. Could do with trying it one day, really. It's nice and smooth on these country roads, even though, you know, the other reviewers online say that the suspension is not the great suspension, but I don't have a problem with the suspension at all. I think it's quite comfy. These little bumps and stuff, I don't feel them. It started raining now, hasn't it? Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to try and do a U-turn in an appropriate place, if we can, just to show you how easy the bike is to control. I think this will be an appropriate place. Even though there's an Argos van coming, there's not behind us. Just feather the clutch on the back brake. Yeah, really easy to do a U-turn. Let that Argos one get out of the way for a minute. So yeah, I found it really easy to do that. Some of the larger bikes, you sort of struggle to do a U-turn without the open road at the side. Right, let's move. I could probably do U-turns on this and go around and around all day, to be fair. I'm that confident with this bike, and the thing is, I was confident as soon as I got on it. That's how great this bike is. And even for a larger rider like myself, around sort of the waist side of things, not necessarily taller, but larger around the waist, I feel really comfy on this. So if you're a larger rider like me, and even though you look at the bike and you think, oh, it's a smaller bike, it's not smaller at all, and you sit on it and it just feels, I have no problem with it. It feels great. And even though I said you got a little bit of weight on your wrist there, it's not a problem at all, honestly, trust me. Cheers, pal. Right, okay, so we're just going to get up here, we're going to pull it lay-by, we're going to take one more look at this bike and see where we're at. Shall I take it on motorway? Shall we see what it's like on motorway? I think I will, you know. I think that's what I'm going to do. I can have it for a few hours, that's what the dealer told me. I'll tell you what we're going to do, we're going to take it on motorway. Right, so I'm going to knock this video off because it's fair right at motorway, and then we'll end up back down in Leeds and we'll drop into Kawasaki Autoroma to give the bike back. Right, okay, back soon. Right, okay, we are back. I was going to go down the motorway and test it out for you down the motorway, but unfortunately we've just had a massive rainstorm here and the wind has picked up so bad that I decided against going down the motorway today. Right, okay, just before we head back to Kawasaki Autorama, I just want to have a quick look at this computer screen. I know we've sort of tested the dark and light modes on here, which is this. We've already done this, but what we haven't had a look at is sort of the settings inside. So if you've got two fingers, press both buttons at the same time, hold them both in, and you come straight into the vehicle settings and other settings as well. So I believe that's downwards motion. Yeah, let's go back up to, we've got vehicle settings. Let's have a look at vehicle settings. So we've got the shift lamp, which I've turned off already. I didn't really want that on, but you can turn it on, and basically what that does is, let's turn it on, let's show you. So the shift lamp is on now, and we can change that so it's a different RPM. So basically when we're going along, it's set at 4,000. Once the rev limiter it's 4,000 RPM, it will flash orange and it'll tell you to change gear. It is quite annoying, but it's useful when you first get the bike, just to make sure you keep it to the service manual of breaking it in. If you, I hope you can see this alright, because I can't see if you can see. Right, okay, let's head back. How do you go back on this? I think we'll have to hold it in to go back. Right, okay, let's go back to settings. I've not mastered this yet. Display, let's have a look at display. Alright, okay, so we can just change the brightness. Not something I'm too bothered about. Date and clock, which is actually wrong. I'm not going to mess about with that at the moment though. I said I don't want to mess with it, and we've gone into it. Let's jump out of here and let's jump back in. Service, that'll come up. Bluetooth. Now, okay, I've tried pairing my phone to this Bluetooth, and for whatever reason, let's get my phone out. For whatever reason, Bluetooth's turned on there. If I just go into my phone, oh, you can see this. Right, okay, so where's my Rideology app? There's my Rideology app. Right, okay, this is my Rideology app. So if I go into settings, vehicle pairing. Oh, it's picked it up, Z650. There we are, let's connect. Connected. It gives you a password key there. If you just chuck it in, 422263. Let's pair that. Right, okay, we are connected to the, it comes up, DJ Tony's iPhone. Display your phone notifications. Let's not allow that, because it does come up underneath saying you've got a message or whatever. Right, okay, so this will tell me where my vehicle is and where I am. I am with my vehicle, so you get a map. You get your odometer. I don't know if you can see this. You get your odometer. I'll stick it on the screen so you can look at it. You get your odometer, total time you've been out, trips, AB, fuel level, just in case you can't see it on your screen. Average mile per gallon, it says here 58.8 miles per gallon. That sounds alright to me. Your average speed, battery, blah de blah de blah. We've got a riding log here as well. What we're going to do, we're going to start a riding log. Let's have a look at tuning before I move over. Don't think we're going to get much in the way of tuning on here, because there isn't any sport modes. Yeah, there's not really a right lot there. Model 650 general. Yeah, there's not a right lot going on. Right, okay, we're going to start a new trip, and then we'll set off back to Kawasaki Autorama. Then we'll have a quick look at it when we pull over. Right, okay. Let's go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for the end part of our video today. And like I said earlier, unfortunately, the rain was that bad that I didn't manage to get on the motorway like I promised I were going to do. We've had to bail out on that one. It's like super windy. It was super rainy. It's calmed off a bit now. Right, okay, I've been out on the bike for a few hours now, and I'm not going to lie, I've said it over and over and over again. You know how easy it is to ride, how comfy it is, yeah, how good it sounds, and I'm going to keep saying it, because unlike some of the more professional reviews where they go over you know, numbers and whatever with you, we're not overly bothered about numbers on this channel. We're the working class channel. We're bothered about, is it a good bike, can you have a bit of fun, and I think I need right hand lane here, you know, and basically really what it comes down to, and that's what's going on here. We've got straight on, pal. Not sure what he were doing there. Come straight on, hasn't he? So yeah, this is what we're more bothered about. We're bothered about, you know, whether we can have fun and is it fit for purpose. And I just when I say that this bike is fit for purpose, this is a superb bike. I feel super confident on it. I can sit back, one hand on, and I take this hand off completely off, just chill out a little bit, talk away, and not be worried at all in the slightest that I'm going to do something wrong. I don't know if you can see there, the back of this Volvo. No, you can't quite see, but that front light is super good, super bright, and you know, everybody on the road can see you, which is what it's all about, visual. You don't want people knocking you off because they can't see you. They pull out in front of you, and you know, they're not. I doubt it's going to happen too much on this bike because that front light is something else. These new LED lights just look amazing. Right, okay, so the other thing that I wanted to talk about really on this bike is, if you're going to be a beginner rider, I would suggest this rather than a 400. Reason being, they're similar to Ride anyway, you know, because you've got the Ninja 400, very similar to Ride, but you can get this A2 restricted. But the thing for me, what sort of overpowers both of them is, it's cheap to insure. So what I did, I had the ER650 before this, and I sort of ran that round for 2 years. Well, I got my insurance premium down enough so that I could go buy the bike that I wanted. And then after that, I went and bought the Ninja 1000, and I think I would use it as a tool to just get confident on, ride it around, use it as a tool to get your insurance premium down, and then go buy the bike that you really want. Absolutely, that's what I would do. The second reason that I would buy this bike is commuting, because you can commute on this every day pretty much for as long as you wanted. You're not going to get uncomfy because this is super comfy. I've been on this hours, my feet are alright, my knees are alright, my back feels alright, you know, it just feels good. You know, you can commute on this all day long, in and out of traffic, no problem. And you know, you can have fun in it as well. There's enough power in this that you can pull the throttle back and you can have fun, and that is the second reason why I would buy this bike. And probably, you know, the main reason why I would buy the bike is insurance purposes. You know, you're getting a lot of money for your bike, a lot of bike for your money. You can buy this for just over £6 grand, about £100 a month on PCP from Kawasaki, with £100 deposit. So definitely come down to Kawasaki and check that out. You can get one of these super cheap, cheaper than going out and spending thousands, you know, on a used bike. You can buy new bikes cheaper. So go out, do that, go get a new bike, save yourself a few quid on buying a used one. Have the confidence in buying from Kawasaki as well, that, you know, you're buying a new bike, it should be trouble free, and you're going to get warranty with it. So this is not a sponsored ad, they haven't paid me to do this. I literally just go and I ring them up, ask them if I could demo a bike for a day, and they say yeah, or they say no. They don't pay me for it. All they say is that, you know, that I'll be polite and be kind if, you know, if I don't like a bike, and that's what I'm going to do. Right, okay, we're back at Kawasaki Autorama in Batley. Here we are, and it's peeing it down again. What a lovely bike. Let's get it parked up. Look at all these other bikes I've got. Yeah, knock it into neutral dead easy, and the kickstand on this is dead easy as well, unlike the Z900, which is a little bit tighter to put down. Oh, let's put it into lock mode there. So the question is, what do you think? Are you going to go out and buy one? I would buy one if I didn't have my 1000. In fact, I've had one of these as my first bike, the ER650 version. Yeah, beautiful. Is that the Z900 next to it? That's the Z900 next to it. That's a beautiful bike as well, especially in green. So let's have a quick look at this one. We've got the Kawasaki Ninja 650. That's another great bike, lovely bike. And that is basically it's got the same engine in, it's just got different styling. And I really love the bike. That looks really great. Yeah. Right, okay, well, before we go, I'm just going to have a look at this Rideology app. Took this recording off my phone. As you can see, this is the trip that we did. We've got the map. We're on the map, date, time, distance, mileage. Average mile per gallon there, 74.3, which is not bad. Average speed, you can't get your max lean angle on this bike. Unfortunately, it doesn't have that option. But if we go back up to the map, you can have a good look at map there. It shows you where you've been through a GPS. I think it looks really good. And that's it really. Okay, thank you. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, likes, thumbs up. If you didn't like it, thumbs down. Please subscribe, and peace.